interviewed for Trader Joe's because everyone was like, "Oh, you should work at Trader Joe's. They got benefits and stuff." And they told me I didn't meet their talent requirement.
Which is what? Which is what?
It can't be like
overly bubbly when you just fucking hung over doing food shopping.
Yeah, it was like I can like
People
stock
fucking-
shelves, and they were like, "Nah,
That's the problem.
you don't know Excel."
Nice
or
shower,
whatever.
Michael Good. Nice fucking shower.
Yeah, good
you scrub
job.
you scrub under that. You get that taint. You get that. Yeah, with a
I got
fucking
it,
with the
guys.
shit you fucking clean a cast iron stove with. You
Look
sicko.
at that chest, that
There
bountiful
you go.
chest.
You working out? You fucking getting that fucking swollen? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah. That is the thing with Trader Joe's though, where you're always trying to fucking. I think that's like a rule there, where like they have to talk to you when they're ringing you out.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to be like really nice.
Yeah.
and so
Which don't get me wrong
I do
is
not
nice
have
and
that
shit.
talent.
You know.
You do always fail that test, right?
oh yeah,
Am I? a
I've
dickhead
never
to this?
gone on a job interview and gotten a job because they were like, "We just liked you."
You have to be overqualified.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Are you allowed to talk about your current job?
Like a little bit. I don't want to tell you the story that I told you the last time I was here.
That was a good one.
Why would you even fucking say that? Now I'm gonna be sitting here being like, what the? Why would
you know what it is.
Why can't you just say it?
Because I want to keep working there.
Oh,
I'll say
Yeah.
your name is Derek Chauvin. That's what I do
Wait,
anyway.
something crazy happened then?
I like the people that Google Derek Chauvin get
Yeah.
all this information about
What
that
happened?
guy.
Was
and
it a
then
crime thing?
My appearances on this podcast.
Was it a crime thing?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, it was a crime.
When did this happen?
You did hear. I'll tell you later.
Just tell me right now.
No, I don't want to. I have a job right now. I don't.
Have
wanna
you
lose
ever
my
been
job.
arrested?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Why? Have you?
No. But I don't do like mischievous stuff.
Neither do I.
You like hop the turnstile.
You don't get arrested for that. It's not 1993, and I'm not fucking African American. All right? Like, what are you talking about?
Then how do you hop it?
We take one big step over it. A la Allen Iverson in the NBA Finals. I just fucking no hands. I don't need hands for that shit.
When I got my appendix out, this is the most retarded thing I've ever done, but I was heading to the hospital and I didn't want to get an ambulance and I didn't want to get an Uber because it was too much.
What happened? It like exploded or something?
I felt it like it was really painful. It didn't burst, but I knew it was what was going on. And so I had to take the subway and it was like right here and I could hear it coming. So I was in like so much pain and I was running up the stairs. And for some reason, the first time in my life, I decided to hop the turnstile.
With a broken appendix?
With a broken appendix. I got like halfway over and I just stopped and I just like landed my nuts on the bar. Missed the train.
How bad was it?
Dude, it was like...
Did you make it hurt way worse than
It was
did?
so painful. I was like, why would I do that? Like, it's just as easy for me to grab my wallet and hit the thing. Oh, God.
I have.
Could you, if you didn't have a fucked up appendix, could you hop over it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might do the sneak, though, the sneak under. Like
I just saw some girl
like an
doing that.
immigrant child.
Yeah.
You could. Oh, you couldn't step because of your appendix.
Yeah, I didn't have like a lot of mobility, so I tried to just push
What about now?
myself
You
over.
flexible to get it? You flexible to get that leg over?
Dude, I think honestly, if I took a running start, I
Could get in trouble.
dive over top of it and then cartwheel into a stand.
couldn't.
I think I could.
Yeah, we should actually do that after this. We should go swap techniques because when I leave here,
You're hopping.
Oh yeah.
This one, there's no police.
Yeah,
here.
that is the most hoppable turnstile in the world.
For
That's
sure.
awesome. That's awesome. You live. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
The one near our crib though is pretty solid too on our side.
Yeah, there's no police in the
never.
Upper East Side.
There's really no
There's been
police.
one time since I lived there. No, at 456 train there is.
Yes, every time.
Because motherfuckers get stabbed over there, bro. That train station, that's the last stop when you're in the upper. And the next stop, bro, you go from 86 to 106, 110. Woo, it's different. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
Even
gets-
96th Street sometimes too.
Yeah, sometimes I'm on like the 4 train. And then when 86th Street stops, before the doors open, people just part for me. Like they're like, "We know you're getting off here." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You know, bro.
I had to do this
I'll
job.
see you guys around.
I
Yeah.
had to do this job up in the Bronx for work, and my job was literally to stand at this staircase and count people that used it. So I was like,
Oh, you did that job?
yeah,
I knew someone who did that.
yeah. It was like pedestrian traffic counts, and I was just
You got
the
the
only
blue shirt
white
and shit
guy.
and the vest and
Dude,
stuff.
the first day I didn't have a vest. I was just me
Everyone
out
thought you were
there.
a cop.
This guy comes up to me and he just shows a gun like in his waistband. He's like, "Are you a cop?" He showed me the gun before asking me if I was a cop.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You should get the fuck out of here." And I was like, "Yeah."
Whoa.
And I just went home. I was like,
Damn.
and then like the next day I had to go on a call with like every single person in New York City to be like, "What do we do about this? How do we save this white child?"
Don't put them on 138th Street. Pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nuts. I remember like I would have to go out at 7 a.m. and at 7 a.m. there would just be this guy every time just
Wait,
standing
you went
at
back
the
to work
bottom.
after that shit?
Yeah, they gave me a vest and it was fine. It was right, dude. The vest saved all. And every morning I would see this guy at
Same
the bottom.
station?
Same station. He would be
Oh, bro, you should have sued them. You should have fucking edit this part out, but you should fucking sue them for distrust of the job, dude. You still work there?
Yeah, I still work there.
Yeah, tell them you have fucking PTSD. You got a fucking gun pulled on you.
Yeah, but it was like 3 years ago.
I mean, it don't matter. People, you know.
It's resurfacing all my trauma. But there would always be this one guy he would stand up and he would just shoot heroin into his
Nice.
into the front of his calf,
Yeah.
like where the bone is, because I think that was like the only vein he could find. And every day he was there every single day. I was like, at least he's up early, you know.
He probably never sleeps.
Dude, I fell in love with black women though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's some pretty ass black girls up there.
Dude, they are beautiful. So beautiful. And I'm still scared of them.
I know. I saw a girl at Shake Shack, this black chick yesterday. I was like, God damn, bro. I was like walking behind her, and it's not like I'm like blatantly checking her out, but it was like you couldn't miss this. You know what I mean?
Did you say, "Hey, baby, you gonna shake
I
that
should've.
shack
I
for
was
me?"
thinking about walking. I didn't know she worked at Shake Shack. I didn't know she worked at, and then we like caught up to each other, and she had like the hat on and the shirt. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
They can
fuck.
pull that off,
she
dude.
was smoking hot.
A honky can't pull off a Shake Shack uniform.
Yeah, you don't see any like. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You don't see any like white girls looking. I'm trying to think of. Can you see some like hot ass Latin girls and hot ass black girls
Yeah.
looking bad when they work at like a Chick-fil-A or something like that? I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of like yeah, you really don't.
No, they can't.
I'm sure
it's
they're
the
out there. But
visor.
I'm sure it's out there, but it's like way less frequent.
Yeah, I think it's the visor. The visor doesn't
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I think you're right.
so what's the deal with Wingstop? How close is Wingstop to here?
Wingstop's bomb, dude.
If you get on this train and go one stop, it's like right under the other stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why don't you just walk?
I want it. I don't know. Fuck you, dude. I live here. You're a guest in my home
So you're
right
gonna take
now.
a train one stop?
No.
It's so funny too because it is like these two stops are probably the closest stops of any train.
It is ridiculous.
I know. I walked from the last one. I didn't walk to. I'm like, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
whatever it is.
Did you take the L?
No.
Okay.
It's like what the fuck matters it take? There's only 2 trains that are right here. What's it matter?
It's technically 3.
Is there?
But yeah, dude. I'm down for some Wingstop after this. We should probably start doing a podcast, though, right?
Wingstop's bomb, dude.
I got nothing today.
What are you
You had
talking
your
about?
shoe thing.
Yeah, you can't
yeah.
get shoes.
Yeah, my feet are different sizes.
Yeah.
That's the news from bed.
Yeah, I've been doing nothing. I've been playing this video game
What
called
game?
It Takes Two. It's
Never
like
heard
a,
of it.
What's the?
it's basically like it's a 2-player game, and you need 2 players. Like you can't play it by yourself. And it's like a co-op kind of like platformer / basically the story is this couple, like a married couple, gets turned into toys that their child made after they're trying to have a divorce, and you have to play this whole video game and solve the divorce.
Really?
like,
Is
yeah.
it like funny?
It's so good. It makes no sense. It's called It Takes Two. It's like a but I'm like ruining my life with this game. I'm
Yeah.
up till 3 a.m. every night.
What's it on? PlayStation?
It's on like everything. Yeah.
What do you have?
I have PC. I'm a nerd.
Oh yeah,
What do
people
you
who play
have?
computers. I don't play video games. I'm an adult. People who play video games on computers, I feel like have at minimum a slight mental issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind? What brand?
I mean, at least like one of the autisms or like a thing like
which
that.
one?
Ryan played video games in my house and he was bad at them.
Huh?
He played zombies and 2K and you were bad at all of them.
'Cause I don't play video games that much anymore. I don't.
Maybe that influenced why you think everyone's retarded if they like video games. Patty's trying to solve a divorce.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, people, what are you talking? You're acting like you know one normal person who fucking plays video games on a computer.
Patty's all right.
Really? Yeah. He just said he's staying up till 3 a.m. ruining his life a minute and a half ago. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. It seems like he's got it together.
Dude, no, that's
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
but that's like
I go, hey Patty, how you enjoying the new house? He goes, great. I never leave.
I don't. You can ask Michael. I'm always here. Michael will be here, and I won't even be in the room with him. I'll just be alone.
I thought when I got here, I thought we were waiting for you to get home.
No, I was napping.
Yeah, you came out of your room. I was like,
That's good though. You got a nice dig over here.
Yeah, I should have
real
came
nice
out.
digs.
I should have came out dick first. Should have led with my dick,
Yeah.
and had the rest follow.
Yeah, no one knows you're there.
But dude, that's not even the most like upsettingly autistic video game I play. There's another one called Papers, Please, where literally the point of the game is you run a checkpoint to like another country and people are trying to come in and you have to review their document information to find like discrepancies and then detain them if they get
It actually sounds kind of fun.
It's really fun because like it's tricky and every time you're like, I know you're not getting in, but you can't find it.
What kind of, are you white person? But what are you?
You are, I think you're unknown what you are, but the people coming in are all different.
Yeah.
Of all different.
Do you like interview them and talk to them and stuff?
Not really. They just like if there's a problem, you just have to like call it out. Like one of the funniest parts of the games is like they give you an ID, and on the ID it has their sex, so it says male or female, and like sometimes it's just clearly a woman. And then, like, you point that out, you're like, what is this? And they're like, it is what it says. And then you have to hit a button that says search, and the door's just shut. And you just see, like, flashes of photography. And then a picture just rolls out, and it just shows, like, a woman's head and just a cock. like it's like she was a guy, but you're supposed to question it. And then it's just, you just have, like, on your computer. Just a cock.
Is it like a real person or
head.
is it like a video game person?
No, they're like, it's like kind of pixel art, but it's so ridiculous that they have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, those I get really into like little indie games that are just like totally stupid, but I love them. But
I do kind of want like one of the PlayStation 3s that plays PlayStation. I want to just play PlayStation 2 games. I don't want to play
you could probably buy like an emulator. Like,
what is that?
There's like I bet there's like dude, Temu might have one.
What, then you play on your computer?
There's like a Chinese.
I don't want to play on a computer.
No, you don't have to go on a computer. They have them that hook up to like an HDMI, but it'll have like every PS2 game on it.
Really?
Yeah.
You play with a PS2 controller?
I think you can. You might have to buy that separately.
Yeah.
But
I just want one of them old PlayStation. I had a PlayStation 3. This was fucking like 15 years ago, but I had a PlayStation 3 that could play PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games, and it was
pretty good.
sick. And then I remember I got one of the Xboxes. Like, this is like way after. This was like when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. I got an Xbox and a Xbox One.
Yeah.
Is that the one that was on that one? And I'm like, oh, my buddy gave me all these old 360 games, and the fucking 360 you couldn't use them on.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, bro, this is fucking gay, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could I forget what it was, but I hated how you couldn't play the old ones.
Yeah, sometimes you can't do that.
That's so fucking stupid.
It really sucks because then you got to hold on to this old system that's
like,
just
you
like,
can obviously just make it like that, so stop fucking dicking around.
yeah.
Tired of these fucking video game companies.
I want to get back into like board games. Board games are pretty fun.
Yeah, I want to get a puzzle is what I want to do.
We made a drinking board game when I was in college, and it was called Roadwork because it was on the back of a Roadwork sign that we stole. Jake, I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you, but
it's just like,
why would you steal?
what happened?
What are you mad about?
Did you step on a tack? Oh,
Sorry, mate.
I'm sorry, Michael.
You guys got a good couch.
Yeah, dude, $850.
Nice. Who bought it?
Me and Michael.
Oh, really?
Did you pitch in?
I don't know if I didn't. I'll give you money.
He's like, do you want money?
Yeah, get it from him.
But we had this drinking board game.
Charge him interest too. That's
I know,
bullshit.
dude.
You guys bought that shit. Yeah, he should be paying rent. He should be chipping in for the couch and all the appliances too. And God forbid if something would have happened at the front door on the way out, God forbid, he has to pay for it.
You're gonna take a shit on the front door.
I don't know. Just get like a hammer or something and smash the doorknob. Do something dumb where you guys get in trouble. That's all.
But so this drinking game, it was called Roadwork. It was on the back of a stolen Roadwork sign, and it had like 90 spaces around it, and they were all like drinking related. But some of them were really funny. Like,
There's a board game.
yeah, it was a board game, and you would get fucking destroyed by the end of it. But some of the spaces were like call your mom. Like there was a late space where you had to like call your mom if you land on it, and then there's one where you have to like take a shot of milk, brush your teeth, like all these things that are like kind of fucked up.
When you're drinking, yeah.
Yeah. But dude, we used to, it was like the talk of the town when we were in college.
Really?
Yeah. People would come from like different schools and stuff and like play the game. Like people like heard about it.
Oh, it wasn't like you didn't buy it at like a store?
No, we made it. And
Oh,
then we were
really?
like trying to.
Who, you made it?
Yeah. We were like trying to sell it somehow. But like we all just got way too wasted to like actually like make a business out of it.
Oh, you should do that, dude.
I know I should go back, but
Be a real,
I feel like now it would be effective because I'm not drinking, so I
Yeah.
could like look at it tactically. You know,
be a real shame if I came out with my own game, my own board game in the next couple weeks.
It's called Ryan's Call Your Mom
Yeah.
game. Yeah. You could, dude. I tried to make it into a card game, and it was the least fun thing anyone has ever played.
Yeah, I never really liked the drinking card games because it was like you just got so fucked up and like I just felt like there was like no strategy behind it. You know what? Like it was fun. I mean, I played card games or drinking games, but I just felt like it's just like I don't know. Maybe I don't like cards that much.
I don't.
know?
I hate playing cards.
Sometimes I do, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I never liked the drinking card games. Maybe because I got so fucked up off. Me and my
Yeah.
buddy would play. What were those games called? Like Up and Down the River was one, and then
Did you ever play Death Box?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, Death Box was
You get
crazy.
so wrecked. You playing those games like
You flip cards face up 4x4, so there's 16 cards face up, and then you go in turns and you have to guess either over or under on like any
oh
random cards.
yeah.
And if
we didn't
you-
call it that though. We called that something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then if you get it right, you have to get like 3 in a row before it's the next person's turn.
Yeah.
If you get it wrong, you have to drink for how many cards are in the
Yes.
pile.
Yeah. You add it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We call. I forget what they called that game. I thought that's not Up and Down the River. And then at the end, when they all lay out, you got to flip them all over. And then if you're at the end, you get totally fucked.
Oh, no.
Then maybe it's a slightly different
No, we
game.
just keep playing until like once the cards are all dealt, then like you take away a row and then shuffle them up and then keep going. So at the end, it's just one big pile, and you can end up drinking for like 60
Yeah.
seconds
I
straight.
played a game that was like kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
I forget like I could never like I just would play. I didn't deal or
Yeah.
anything, you know.
Were you like a big boozer?
Bro.
I don't know why I'm asking.
Big
That. You're wearing a
time.
Percocet jersey. And
Yeah, well, hey, you know, yeah, dude, I used to fucking get from like 16 to like 23,
17.
24, like those 7 years. Like once I
Yeah.
started drinking, I just went as hard as I possibly
Yeah.
could.
Did you ever play Drink It? That game is just you and your friends stand in a circle and you have a bottle of liquor and like it can't stop being drank.
Oh,
You
man.
just like one person goes and then they pass it the next, they go, and it just doesn't stop till the bottle's gone. It's
that's
just
gross.
abuse to your
Yeah.
body.
I loved playing beer pong so much. I used to have so much fun playing beer pong.
Oh yeah, I love the rules. You
Yeah,
could- like we
and
had
how everyone had different rules and
Yeah.
shit. Like when you played with different people.
we had like a Wade Boggs rule. I was fucking filthy at this.
Yeah.
If someone shoots the ball and it doesn't touch anything, it like goes clean over. If you catch it in one motion, you can catch it and throw it back. And if you hit that person in the head, they lose a cup. And dude, they would like shoot it long and start like running down the hallway, and I would catch it and just like, whoosh, and it would just like curve and just, dude, it was the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so good at this.
Beer pong's-
That's this rule I made up.
Yeah,
This school thing.
Yeah, how much shit did you destroy acting like a dickhead trying to
A lot.
wind up and hit something?
I also hit a lot of women in the head who
Yeah.
I was attracted to. I'm like, oh, that's the end
part
of
of the
that.
game. Yeah, part of the fucking game.
Way of the road. But
Yeah, that's right.
Damn, you were never a drinker, really, right, Jake?
Bro, me and Jake,
always been a faggot,
couple
right,
weeks
Jake?
ago, honestly,
Yeah.
dude. Me and Jake fucking lit
Yeah.
one up. Fucking.
I used to drink a lot when I was younger in high school. My friends played a lot of drinking. A lot of them that I don't like. Like you ever played Kings?
Yes.
That's a card
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
It's like a girl's game.
It's a game that you can talk to a girl while you're
Yeah.
playing it. But yeah, they'd play that one a lot. I hated it. I love quarters. I'm really good at quarters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah. There's another one with like you put like a can of beer at each corner of a table. And you have to like bounce it off of it or something.
Oh,
Bounce it-
with dice.
With
beer
dice,
dice.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we used to play. I only played that once. We throw it high or whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I played. That was
Yeah.
super fucking fun,
That's a fun one. Yeah.
I played that with my buddies. We played that at a Patriots game a couple weeks ago, dude. Oh, a couple months ago now. It was mad fucking
Yeah.
fun.
I stayed with this dude, and I was driving down south. I stayed with this guy in like South Carolina, and him and his friend were like, they were like in like a garage. I forget whose house it was, but we were just drinking, and one of them was like, oh, to the other guy, he's like, we should show Jake the game. And I was there. I was like, "What's the game?" And it was COVID, so I guess they just been doing this every night for a while. And he was like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna love this." And he looks at his friend, and he's like, "Give me a number between 1 and 9." And the guy's like, "Okay, 8." And he's like, "Oh shit, okay." And then he pulls out a beer bong and pours 8 shots of like apple liquor into it.
Apple.
And he just drinks the whole thing, and he's like, "Oh, that was disgusting." And I'm like, "Is that the whole game?" And he's like, "Yeah." Now you say a number, and I was like, 0. What the fuck?
One.
That's not a game. Just drink it. We're playing drink it.
Oh, dude.
That's so gross, dude.
know.
Oh man, putting liquor in one of those things. That's good. I remember I did this one time to somebody.
It's just the game, dude.
I did this to someone one time. We had one of those beer bong things. We were ripping him at a fucking house party. My buddy George was fucking hammering it, and I put rum in it to be a fucking cunt. I put like a beer in it, but I put like a good amount. And it was like I want to say it was like a Bacardi or something. It was like a flavored one. Fucking kid puts the beer like an animal, puts it down, dude. And like fucking 5 seconds later, just fucking bang, dude. He's like, "Who the fuck put?" He fucking flipped out. I was pissing, and I was like, "It wasn't me," but I did that shit. You know what I mean?
The first time I ever
Ooh.
projectile vomited, it's like alarming,
Yeah,
dude.
it's nuts.
You don't know your
The
body.
beer
is
bongs are
capable.
crazy too, because like when you really figure out how to drink it and you open, like it just goes, like you
just-
don't even,
yeah.
like it doesn't even like go into your
It's like
mouth.
a Trojan horse. It
Yeah,
just
it's
goes right
fucking
in.
Crazy when you hit those things.
Dude, the first time I projectile vomited, it was like a high school party, and like I wasn't even invited to it. Like my friends invited me. It was
exactly what you're supposed to do at those types
like,
of
yeah,
events.
it was like a hot girl's house who now has like 4 kids, and like
What's her name?
I'm not gonna say her name.
Come on, say her fucking name.
What was the address of the house you went to the party at?
Yeah, what year?
It's
did
so
you
funny. I
graduate?
can't even say that because I know she still lives there.
Come on, say it.
But let's just say her name started with an E.
Erica?
and ended with a Elizabeth.
All right, dude, that's the last name now.
But I like my friends invited me, and I had something that night, and I showed up like at like 1 a.m, and everyone was just wasted. So I was like, oh, I gotta catch up. So I just started like slugging Captain Morgan straight from the handle because I was like, we were in high school.
I know.
So that's like a high school
it's
drink.
Such a
you know?
stupid thing to do.
It's so you get so
It's
hungover.
a dumb thing to do if you're an adult, dude.
Yeah.
How fucking wrecked did you get?
But dude, I got so fucked. I blacked out. I don't remember doing this, but apparently they had this garden in their backyard that was like fenced off, and they had a bonfire with all these chairs around it. And I took all of the chairs and just put them in the garden. And then when I got there, they were like, "You guys can like just do whatever you do. Like we have family staying in this camper that's like in the driveway. Just don't go in. Like don't go in there." And of course, I just slept in there. I just slept in the camper.
was there a family in there?
Yeah. But I had no idea. Me and my friend just shared like the master bed and this
Yeah.
like thing. And yeah, but I remember
Did
that
you get in
night,
trouble? Was she bullshit at you afterwards?
dude, I walked out of the trailer the next morning and her mom was like, she was like cleaning something off the side of the house. Or something. And I walked out and I was like, "Good morning." And she just like threw everything in her. She was like, oh, Jesus. And she saw the trailer door just swing shut. And she's like, why were you in there? I was like, I don't know. Help me. And like, but I remember that. The only thing I remember is just standing at the woods and just like almost cartoonishly vomiting into the woods, just like God. Like you make like a sound. It's the only time I remember. Ah, it's the wildest thing. God, dude, I miss that part of drinking. Just man. Like the I can't believe I did that.
Underage drinking at especially if like the parents were there and like, yo, you guys are cool. Those were the best, dude.
That was like my least favorite thing was like
a supervise.
Yeah, if I'm in like someone's basement and then I go upstairs and their mom's in the kitchen, like, are you having fun?
Yeah, like
not anymore.
You're like soaking wet.
It's such a crazy thing to do.
Covered in my own piss and vomit.
Yeah, I'm 16 years old. I'm 16 years old.
I'm having a great time.
I'm legitimately a liability in this. You can go to jail if I fall down those stairs.
Oh my God.
I could sue the fuck out of you right now.
I liked going to someone's house and then their parents or the police would show up and then everyone would have to run. Because then it just felt like, this is like chaos. I could do anything right now.
Yeah. That happened. That used to happen all the time because like there'd be a kid who's like, my parents aren't home, we're having a party, and then everyone is there, and you just see them like run out of the front door, and they're like, no. Yeah. So we just like peel
People
it
used to act like it was the feds, dude. I used to always be like, dude, calm down. I'm like, I remember telling people all the time, like, if we all stay inside, nothing's gonna happen. Like, they can't just come into the house. Stop acting fucking. And there was so many times where, like, I remember a kid tried like fighting me one time because he was being a pussy, and I mean, luckily I had people with me because he would have definitely he was older than me, and I was like, don't fucking leave, we'll be fine. And no one did. And we were in like a borderline mansion. It was fucking sick, dude. But you could just see the cops at the end. I'm like, they can't go past the fucking fence. I go, we're fine. I go outside and go smoke and talk shit to them. What? Nothing will happen. And he goes, so I go, I'm going to do it, right? And I went to open this thing, and this kid was so terrified. He fucking slammed it, right? I was like, all right, bro. So I go into a bathroom out the window, and I go, hey, fucking so-and-so wanted me to say what's up. You're not coming into this fucking party. Bro, people were bullshit at me. They didn't, and we were all fine. But then, like, people did at the end of the night actually have to leave, and then kids were getting, like, pulled over and shit. Like, why the fuck were you talking shit to the cops? Kids were shit-faced.
It is so funny, like,
getting pulled over.
The kids just being like, fuck you, you're never gonna, I'm gonna be so much better than you, my future is bright. And they're just sitting out there like,
I know.
Like, all right, any moment now, they're gonna just like walk out and be like, oh, fuck.
Well, I didn't leave. Yeah,
you don't leave.
I didn't leave till the next day. No, you're there. It's part of the game.
You also, if you're not acting like you're not driving, you can just walk.
You're fine.
They're not going to arrest you.
Yeah.
No, they did that. They did that a few times with kids where, like, I don't know if they would arrest them, but they would, like, make their parents pick them up and shit. That happened, like, a lot, and a lot of kids were
it's
like...
It's almost worse than
but I mean,
arrested.
if you just run away, which is fun because you're drunk and you're a teenager.
Yeah.
What, are they going to chase you down and tackle you?
I think some places where the cops don't have shit to do, they do that. I don't know about tackling or anything, but, like...
Yeah, I could just beat a cop in a foot race.
Yeah. Oh, especially now. You see a lot of these police officers in some of these... I mean, in New York, too, but in some of these towns, they're so fucking out of shape. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I was at this party once, and I showed up, and it was a kid who was, like, a grade or two below me.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived in, like, a very nice house. And I show up, and it's just tons of people there. There's me and my friends walking. We're like, this is fun. And the kid whose house it is running around being like, please leave.
Yeah.
Please
That's
go.
No one listens. Yeah. No one
and
listens to him.
like, he's small, too. Like, shut up, whatever.
Yeah, this is my night.
Yeah, I'm going to bang someone in your mom's bed.
So we were there for like 30 minutes, just like, this is cool. We're in like a big house.
Yeah.
This is cool. And then I guess his dad came home because he came down to where me and my friends were. He was like, who the fuck are you? And we're like, we're just hanging out. And he's like, get the fuck at it, just screaming at us. And so we're like, all right. And as we're walking out, like the guy leaves, and then we're walking out, and then we see him in the driveway, and he's winding up, about to punch his son in the face. And we're like, I guess that's why he wanted us to leave.
You know that kid's never been the same either.
Did he sock him with a good one?
Party legend.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I saw him hit him. I just watched the kid was like, "I'm sorry." It's like,
you blacked out.
Yeah, why did you do it, dude? What happened at school? Was everyone making fun of him the next week because he got his ass kicked?
I think he just went back to no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name.
He didn't have his
So it's
Project X moment.
We had a house party one time.
I don't remember that ever happening. Because I went to different kids' houses for a party. Never went back to school on Monday and was like, "Yo, you're the best." Like, just you're just the same.
Oh, no, that wasn't the case with me, dude. I did that a few times. I'd just make out with broads I didn't even know, dude. I'd come back a Hall of Fame legend in school, dude. Teachers would be like, "Yo, Ryan, where's your homework?" I'd be like, "On this dick, bitch."
We're gonna hang your Percocet jersey from the rafters in the gym.
Bro, we went to this house party one time, right? This Puerto Rican kid. He used to he used to always have parties like in his garage. And the fucking dude, his dad and shit, like his family was like crazy, but like they would let us drink. One time someone did something retarded. I don't know what it was, but someone did something to set the dad off when he knew we'd be in there like drinking and smoking and shit, to the point where he's just threatening to murder everybody. He's like, "I have a fucking knife." He's like, "I'm gonna come down there and cut your fucking head off." And then he'd yell it in Spanish, dude. Bro, it was like a lot of people.
It's so much scarier, in
bro,
Spanish.
because it was, dude, it was so fucking fun. I remember me and one of my buddies, we like left because it was a friend of ours. We were fine, but these kids were freaking out. It was, dude, it was so fucking funny. Again, everyone's like, "Why you like?" Kids were running, dude. This dude was very believable, by the way, too, that he would do this. You know, it was fucking awesome, dude. I miss that shit.
Yeah,
I love seeing parents get pissed at their kids, dude.
I know.
It's so funny.
We had this one. There was this kid who was on our basketball team, and he had like a stutter, and he threw a party at his uncle's house, and his uncle like wasn't around, and we all like show up. It was like 30 kids, like all drove like separately. So there's like 20 cars in this parking lot, and like,
oh, you could always tell when you pulled up. You're like, "Where's the fucking party?" You're like, "Oh, this random town."
Yeah. All the shitty Nissan.
Yeah.
So like we're all in there, we're like having a good time. Everyone's like kind of drinking, and all of a sudden we get a knock on the door, and our like 7th grade science teacher is at the door. And she opens the door and she's like, "Oh, like, are you guys are having fun in here? Like, you guys having a good time?" We're like none of us could talk. We were all like speechless. And she's like, "One of you left your wallet in the street. So I just figured I'd drop it off and then like leave. But like maybe you guys should leave too." And we didn't understand how she found, like, because she was driving. Like, how do you see a wallet and you stop? And then the house like wasn't even that close. It was like, you had to kind of, it was so strange that the guy with the stutter, like, she walks out and he just like shuts the door and turns around. He's like, "Everybody gotta go." And so like everybody left except for like me and 2 other people. He left. So me and 2 other people just had his whole house. And we just got so high, and we're just like eating everything in the house, and we're like, "This is the time of our lives." Like, we're not drive. Like, why would I drive? You know, it's always better to just stay.
Yeah. That was I had a few teachers like that too, who were always like, they
Just
would like
in the
know
business.
they know where parties were. They never showed up. No one ever did anything like that. But like they'd be like, "Oh, you guys going to so and so's?" And they'd try getting in. I'm like, because I didn't play sports in high school, so I didn't care. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm getting drunk and shit. That like it doesn't. I remember one teacher was questioning me about shit, and it was like 4 teachers. We're at like I don't know if we were at lunch. We were in the cafeteria of my school. And I'm like, "Oh, Ryan, so you going to this kid's party tonight?" And I was like, "Yep." And then I forget what I said, something smart. You go, "Yeah, you get a lot of trouble for drinking." I go, "Why? I'm not in school. I go, I can do whatever I want." You know what I mean? Like, "Yeah, but you'll be suspended for activity." I go, "I don't play sports." I go, "I'm going home and I have a fake ID. I'm going to drink a 40-ounce at 3:00 this afternoon. I don't give a shit, lady." I got in trouble because I told her I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? That's why I got in trouble. But I'm like, I don't care, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They would hold it over kids' heads, though. They would use it as like a weapon. They'd be like, if you get caught drinking, you can't, like, I don't know, do fucking baseball or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would like hold it over.
Yeah,
but I was
kids
like,
always got thrown off of teams every year. Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, just that's a good way to invite them to drink more." Now they don't have nothing to do.
Yeah.
You get, like, what? Do you think you would like make them do like, I don't know, run foul poles or something? You know, like the fuck?
That's surprising you never played any sports.
I wasn't.
Really?
No, yeah. I played football my freshman year of high school. I hated it.
Football sucks.
And I had like no other interest really I remember I wanted to do chess. I wanted to learn chess. We had a chess club at school and I couldn't.
Ryan,
wouldn't
don't
let me
go
do it.
drinking tonight or else you're not going to be able to play
Yeah.
chess.
Well, yeah. But I showed up after school and everything and these fucking morons, I got in trouble or something for school and they're like, you can't do it. And I was like, what? I'm like, don't you think this would like make me not do it? Like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck? Like, you give me something to do. Like,
That's
no, it's not how it
crazy.
works. And I was like, that's fucking. And then of course I brought it to the point where no matter what, no matter what good deeds I did,
Yeah, it
the
was
words
over.
I said to my fucking
We're forever engraved.
house leader or whatever the fuck they were called, I made sure I was never active for the last year and a half of high school to do
Yeah.
anything. She was a cunt.
Did you guys have teachers that were like fucking students?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I did.
I can't believe that's everywhere. It's
That's
literally,
just every school, yeah.
I'm starting to believe that the Catholic Church is squeaky clean, and it was just the schools.
I think any organization where there are adults supervising kids, there's just like there's always someone.
Especially
It's too
22 and
tempting.
23-year-old. I remember there was a teacher, I was banging this girl in high school, and another teacher was like texting her. I don't think I was in high school at the time. I was out of high school, but this teacher was texting her. I'm like, he wants to fuck you. And she was like, no, he doesn't. I'm like, why else would he be texting you?
Yeah.
Like, if people knew he was texting you, he'd get fired right now.
Yeah, he shouldn't have your phone.
That's what I said. I was like, and this isn't like nowadays where like teachers have Instagram. This shit was in like 2012. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm like,
You
what?
have to like do this on a phone.
Yeah, a rotary.
Call
a
Tiffany.
rotary.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
Yeah, there was like a female teacher who got fired for like she just kept like sexting students.
Was she hot?
Like I think we all thought she was because they were like, oh wow, she's the teacher that fucks students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But probably not really in hindsight. And then there was a dude who just kept like every he would fuck like the front desk lady. Every time they'd hire a new front desk lady, he'd fuck that lady and she'd get fired. And then
When a student was doing that?
no. Like it was his teacher. And then I think like a bunch of girls complained that they were like, yeah, this guy hits on me every time.
Too much heat
like
on him.
in every class. He was like a bro. He was a fucking jacked
Hell yeah.
social studies guy.
They're always social
Yeah,
studies.
just
say,
wants to fuck everything.
Yeah.
History teachers.
History is such a guy's thing.
Yeah. There was we had a gym teacher at my
Those guys-
school.
The social studies teachers in my high school, they like posted a picture once on like the school page of all of them at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They all went to the WWE together, and we were like, of course you fucking dweebs did this.
Losers, dude. That was the worst. And you know what sucked about those teachers? You could always tell the teachers that thought they were way too cool in high school. You could already tell they were losers, like in high school. You know what I mean? Like you could.
Yeah.
I had
yeah.
so many of
They
those
they love
teachers.
that they are in a
They're
position
cool
of
now.
power in
I
a high
had
school.
so many teachers. They were just these 24, 25-year-old dudes like that. I was like, dude, you were clearly a fucking homo in high school. Dude. Like, you know what I mean? The
Dude,
worst.
going back to a high school is weird too because it smells like really bad.
I want to go. I don't think I've gone through mine since I graduated.
Because they clean the floors with like chlorine or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like all the
and-
same chemicals.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
none of the kids are all going through puberty, so they don't like shower or use
It is
deodorant.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like so
High
gross.
school's
Like,
gross.
I haven't been in a high school probably since I was 18 or 19.
yeah,
now.
same
Yeah,
here.
same.
Same here.
probably no need to go back.
I think I did some
There was a
acting one,
dude-
not in mine. I want to go in mine.
He was 2 grades above me, and I remember when I was like a sophomore and he was a senior, he was like nice to me, and I was like, oh, this guy's cool. And then every year, going forward, he would just come and hang out at like in the school. And I was like, this guy isn't that cool. Something wrong with it.
Yeah, I knew kids like that.
Dude, the weirdest too is when like it happens every year, but there's like a girl who like isn't like super popular, but she just brings like a 30-year-old guy to prom. There's just like a grown man at prom, and everyone's like so uncomfortable.
There's a lot of that going on, like the firehouse people, like the people that were like part of the firehouse dynasty.
What the
would
fuck
always-
does that mean?
Like just the people
Like the
that
families that have been in the firehouse in my town for
Yeah.
generations.
What the fuck you
I
talking-
have
like
exactly.
firefighters?
Yeah. Like
But
in
it's
like
like-
local firefighters.
It's like more than that, though. It's like it's
like
almost
a
like you're
yeah.
destined to be.
it's
like
really it's like a cult.
yeah.
And what,
And
they would go
I
to
remember
prom?
like the daughter of one of the fire guys brought like like a 31-year-old guy to prom.
And like a 31-year-old firefighter is like 84. They're so like grizzled.
Firefighters are some of my favorite groups of people.
They're so much fun.
Yeah,
They
some of the
fucking
best
drink.
People, some of the best people I know. Some of my best fucking friends.
Yeah.
Are firefighters, and they're the best.
They are the absolute best.
Firefighters rule. Firefighters and garbage.
Yeah, I was going to say construction.
people, but construction you get a lot of scumbags though. You get a lot of
Yeah,
dirtbags.
you do.
Sanitation people who like literally garbage truck people.
Yeah.
Right there with firefighters too. I think those are me personally. Those are like two of the best groups of people.
That's a job I could actually see myself doing. Is trash.
It's a good.
yeah.
If you get that job, that's a good ass.
It's
job.
a good job.
New
My
York,
buddy,
too.
my buddy does it. My buddy and his brother do it back home, and his brother like did it for like 15 years, at least 15 years, maybe more. Now he's like high in it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like he like tells the trucks with. I don't know what the fuck he does, but it's like I mean, bro, he has a sick house, swimming pool. Like it's
Yeah,
so
you like
legit.
retire when you're like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get those jobs though. Those are like the best city jobs you can get.
I know. I wouldn't. The only thing I wouldn't like is driving the truck. That's like pretty
Hanging on the
scary.
side would be sick. though.
Hanging on the side,
Hanging on the side, is
dude.
sick.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I was shit faced. It was after a Red Sox game, and we were all fucked up. It was in New York, and the trash people were on the street. We were like going out to eat. It's like 1 a.m. We're shit faced, and we're in Midtown, and there's like a fucking like when it's like the corner to the middle of the block, just one thing of trash, like one of those things. So the firefighters like at a garbage people throwing it. Me and my buddy are like, yo, let us throw some. The guy's like, throw as many as you want. Bro, me and my buddy Tim are just launching these things in the street. And there's like traffic and shit. This guy's just texting on his fucking phone, dude, letting us do it. But like, it was like fun because we never did that before.
yeah.
Like, bro, we were taking, I was like, yo, 3-point, like go long. It's like, and then I remember like, we're launching these things. One of us missed like wide, hit a car. He's like, hey, he's like, put him in. I'm like, oh yeah, put it in. I want to launch, dude. We fucking fired him. It was mad fun, dude. But then after a while, you're like, oh shit, like my back hurts. You know what I mean? We throw in like 30 bags, we're like drinking
it's like
and
the
shit.
heaviest just nonsense in a bag.
Yeah, I mean, think about when you see trash, especially in New York, dude.
Oh my
God,
God.
it's like
Dude, the trash outside of like the Jewish buildings is insane.
yeah,
When I lived in Clinton Hill, like
all
once
those
a week,
old weather reports.
scrolls. When I was in Clinton Hill, there would be this one street.
20 years in the future. You know,
Almanacs.
Yeah, 20,
There would be
25.
like, they would stack like 6 bags high, and it would be like the entire block, and
Yeah.
you'd just be walking with a wall of trash.
Yeah.
And like rats going in between. I'm like, this is like, how do you fucking
yeah.
live
and
like
then
this?
people those bags break and liquid and shit.
Oh,
and, like,
God, dude.
I mean, doing that in the middle of there's nothing. Like, you go to New York in the summertime and it's hot and there's trash everywhere on the street,
stink.
bro.
Ugh.
That's why I like people shit on these like third world countries and shit. Everyone's like, oh, India smells like shit, this and that. I'm like, you ever go to fucking like Midtown Manhattan on like a summer day when there's trash
And
on the
just
street?
stand over the subway.
Dude,
van.
oh my God, dude.
Feel like your nostrils
Fucking
flaring up.
filthy, bro.
God.
I was
it
on
is.
the bus.
It's so disgusting. This place is so fucking
gross,
disgusting.
Dude, I was on the bus last night. and
Doesn't
the,
get enough shit.
the windows on the
Yeah.
top, they're open, and the bus stops next to like they're doing some kind of construction, but there's a subway chimney,
Ugh.
and the
Pouring
smoke
smoke.
blows right into it just
Yeah.
filled the bus. And we were like, is this like toxic or something? Just sitting in the guy's like, it's whatever.
I'm sure it's fine.
You're on the bus already. It's like,
It is
what do you
ridiculous.
want?
It's like, dude, you see that every night. The steam, the amount
Yeah.
of steam that they let out from underground
crazy.
every night. I'm like, bro, this is like 2-3 in the morning
From
when
the
you're on this.
eternal flame
Yeah.
under the city.
Dude, yeah.
It's crazy how much steam. Dude.
I love the subway, though. I think it's so fucking cool that we have underground tunnels that just let us traverse this beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty crazy invention.
Last night I was on the train, and it was me and 5 separate, like, crackheads, like, all doing their own thing. And I was like, I just need to make it 2 stops. It was so sketchy. Because it's like, luckily none of them are on the same team. That's like the beautiful thing about crackheads. They don't
Yeah.
like band together unless they're like, there's crack.
It is cool because, I mean, you can get on the subway and be like, really feel like you're in someone's house.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, this is like his car.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You can get in like an Uber and be like, all right, your family uses this car. But it's like a different thing right now. You get on the
What's wrong
subway
with that?
sometimes and you're like, this is where this guy is
Yeah.
for as long as they'll let him be.
Yeah.
Oh God. I think we're about 20 minutes away, Jake. If you want to
Oh,
put
really?
in your order.
I had to eat. I was hungry.
Been thinking about this the whole time. Sorry, I've been really not present.
Did you order something for me? I'll give you money.
Don't give money. Take
You
it off
want-
the couch ratio.
What's the address here? in my apartment.
Do you want me to say it live on the podcast?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's
Bleep
right.
it out.
No.
You ready, Jake?
Yeah.
435 Broadway.
Have you ordered anything delivered here?
Yeah, nobody knows how to
Yeah,
get
it's-
here.
It's gotta be. It's like pitch black
It's
outside.
so dark.
so
There's- I thought about getting a light, a Temu light. You
No,
know?
tell your landlord. There's like laws behind that shit. You
Yeah.
have to have lighting outside of a house.
Yeah.
You have to. Tell your landlord about that shit.
I,
Say some drug
have
addicts are hanging around.
I have no faith in. I think of landlords like politicians. It's like I could call them up and voice my concern, but nothing's.
You got to
gonna
stay
happen.
on them. Remember, they work for you. You don't work for them. That's the
That's-
thing people forget about them.
That is true.
You're paying to live here.
But no, we need something out there. It is sketchy.
It's real dark.
Yeah.
I told him we walked in here. I'm like, this literally looks like somewhere like Omar would clip somebody on the wire, bro. It was like,
yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro.
I've
fucking
never
put-
seen that.
Picked up and fucking. You could do some foul ass shit out front of your house.
Yeah, every once in a while, there's like a just a hysterical person kind of
It's a great place to
meandering.
do it underneath a subway track. You kidding? It's like textbook. You know, it's on like a 5-way intersection and shit.
Yeah.
It's a great place to stab some. It's really like an unreal place to
Yeah,
rob.
when I screamed when you were out there looking for the place.
That's why I didn't walk down there before
When
I went down there.
when
I'm staying in a light.
When I screamed at you, there was a guy that was
I
standing
know.
on the curb,
I was
and he
walking down
did
there.
the homeless guy. He like
Yeah.
turned towards my
Yeah,
voice.
Getting ready to act wild. Yeah. I was walking over. I saw that shit. I saw that shit. I'm like, I'm not walking down there. I go, I better not be on this corner right here. Lo and behold, X marks the spot.
Oh,
You have any trouble? You have any trouble in the neighborhood yet?
No, everything's good. There's more like seedy activity, but I haven't had nothing crazy has happened.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Seedy activity and what? What do you mean? Like what?
Like,
What do you mean? You get off the train. There's nothing but junkies everywhere. For Christ's
this is the
sake.
first time you've been here, dude. Let him.
Let me go.
Yeah, like give us an anecdote.
Like mostly I'll see it like at that bodega at the end of the street. There'll just be like people loitering around, and like every once in a while someone comes in and they just like hand him a coffee. I'm like, okay, he's like homeless. There's just more like homeless vagabonds, I think.
Yeah, you gotta watch out here, bro. I wish I brought my fucking tool out here. this part of town, bro. I should have brought my tool out, bro.
Do you own a weapon?
No, but living in this neighborhood, if I was living in this neighborhood, I would.
What do you think would happen in New York if everyone could have a gun?
Probably be a safe. There'd probably be less bullshit as far as like people robbing and like petty shit like that. I think
Yeah.
there'd be less of that. You know,
What if like
that's what I believe.
do you know how there's like a movie The Purge or whatever?
Yeah.
What if there was a purge every year, and if you lived in New York City, you were allowed to go out and kill as many homeless people as you want? Do you think that would be better for the?
No, that'd be fucked up. Because the thing is that I like that
That's
movie, The
pretty
Purge.
much what Rudy Giuliani kind of.
No, please. The city was a better place when Giuliani was the fucking mayor. I don't even get that started right now. I mean,
sound
this,
like
this,
Arden right now, dude.
well, I'm just saying, this fucking. That's another thing.
I'll tell you what Giuliani.
I'll
did.
tell you.
He
No,
cleaned up
I'll
this
tell you.
fucking city.
I'll tell you. Yeah, you look at it now. It's fucking crazy. No one gives a shit about anybody here. The city, New York. Like we were talking about how dirty it was.
Yeah.
It doesn't get as much shit for how fucking filthy and fucking disgusting it is.
Yeah.
The fact, like, it's so frequent to just walk by someone pissing human shit on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, New York's gross. Everyone, like, kind of accepts it. No, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And no one talks about how fucking ghetto the entire fucking place is. New York's a fucking shithole. I love
Yeah.
living here. I really enjoy the city. I like it, but it's like, call it what it is. It's a fucking smelly, shitty fuck. Dude, I walked through Times Square yesterday for the first time, and I don't know how long, because I go, you know what? I've been seeing Times Square on the fucking news constantly these last few months. I go,
Yeah.
let's go take a whirl myself. Dude, it was like fucking Baghdad down there, bro. It's like you're not safe wherever the fuck you go. It's just like gangs of like 25 people where it's like clearly they're up to no good. And then you get like these like Chinese tourists and like people. I'm like, dude, do you realize what you're walking by right now? It's like everyone is on heroin, dude.
They don't notice because they're looking up at the buildings.
No fucking idea.
The building. Ooh, that's a big building.
I'm like, this city's a shithole, dude.
Yeah, Brooklyn is
total
funny because
shithole.
like all the young like hip people are like, oh, Brooklyn is like the spot or whatever. But like, I don't know. Have you guys ever seen like Trailer Park Boys? Have you ever seen that show?
I love Trailer Park
Like
Boys.
Brooklyn reminds me of like when like Bubbles makes like a daycare center for cats.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, it's like cute or whatever, but it's like it's in a fucking it's surrounded by garbage.
Yeah.
Like everything is garbage. Even the graffiti looks like shit, you know?
Well, it's such a big place, though. There's it's like the fourth biggest city in the United States, Brooklyn, New York. So it's like you get these, and parts of it do feel totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you go to certain parts of Brooklyn, it's nothing like it is here.
Yeah, like Williamsburg is gorgeous.
Yeah, there's beautiful parts. Benson, far out in Brooklyn is like when you get out there, it's really nice.
Yeah,
you know,
Dumbo. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Dumbo and like walked south along the waterfront?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like unreal.
It is.
It's so cool.
It's very nice. Yeah,
there's
like
some
right underneath the
beautiful-
bridge and shit like that.
Yeah,
and stuff.
dude. I couldn't believe I was like, this is
Yeah.
like a fairy tale
It's so
over
nice.
here.
Yeah.
There's like this restaurant right under the bridge called like the Riverbend Cafe or something.
It's a good.
And it's just like I would never be able to eat there. There's like a valet and like as soon as I see a valet, I know it's not gonna happen. But there's like all these like plant. It feels like you're in like a little like jungle. It's so crazy. I don't know how they. I don't know how everyone has the fucking money to invest into shit like that.
Forward thinking.
Yeah, I guess maybe they got it all from
The property used to be fucking worth. They were trying to give that shit away at one point. You know what I
know.
mean? Give it away. So you look at parts of the cities, like especially like in the 70s and 80s, like the Lower East Side and parts of Midtown and stuff. Like the city would pay people to take over the property. Not only did you not have to pay for it, you just had to. They would pay you they'd give you money to upkeep the building and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people that made those investments, you know, and all that property in Soho, the Lower East Side, all over Manhattan, you know? It's when the city was, abandoned and gross and stuff.
It's crazy. Is this the? Well, you lived in Boston too, right? Like, did you live like in the city or?
Yeah, so I lived in the city and in the suburbs.
So is this
And
like
my
the
dad-
second
my-
big city you've lived in?
Yeah, I've lived, yeah.
Boston, New
Yeah.
York. Yeah, I kind of want to do another one.
Boston's
Just
like a different, like I wouldn't call Boston a big city. I would call it a major city, but I wouldn't call it like a big city. Like you could sit on the train for 2 hours and still be in New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could take the Q train all the way up to, be on the Q train deep and then take it all the way to like the 5 train and end up at like the top of the Bronx. It takes like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like Boston, I've walked from like Cambridge, which is technically not the city of Boston, to like Milton, Massachusetts, like which is, I guess that would be like north of Boston, Cambridge would be, and then like I've walked the longest length of the city of Boston. Like you can do that in a day, no problem.
Wow.
Like I used to walk Cambridge to Southie all the time, go to them, and it like we'd fuck around when we were doing it. It would take a few hours, but like we'd stop in places and shit. But like you couldn't walk from here to like I don't know the Cloisters or something. You know what I mean? Like that would take fucking like probably 5 hours. I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
If you walk to like the top of Manhattan from here, like yeah, it's doable and shit. But like Boston, it's like, bro, Boston you could drive through in like 10 minutes. Yo, what are you falling asleep over here? Am I boring you to death?
I'm just so tired.
Yeah,
Take a nap.
yeah,
Yeah, no, keep talking.
We'll finish this off.
yeah.
How long would it take to walk from here to Times Square?
Probably wouldn't be that bad, honestly. Probably wouldn't be that bad. I would do it. What do you got? You got the Williamsburg Bridge over there, right?
That's right, dude.
I fucked a broad on there one time.
On the bridge.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How did that go?
She
Wait,
was
was it like right when it like in that
the middle part. The middle part. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've no joke. Think about that every
Yeah.
time I walk by.
What,
I'm
banging
like,
someone there?
I'm like you could have sex there.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Because nobody stops. Like nobody.
Someone did stop.
Oh,
we
really?
did it. We did it like fucking 3 a.m. This girl was like, "Yeah, I wanna." I always wanted to fuck there. I was like, let's go right now. It was freezing outside, dude. It was like fucking like January or February or some shit. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. She gets in her car, we drive down, fucking walk up the side, walk up the bridge or whatever. And we're like,
Did you start like chubbing up as you were getting?
yeah, it was
closer?
yeah. I was definitely like I was totally into it, you know.
Yeah.
And so we get to like the middle part, and we're like making out, and then like, you know, we start fucking, and I'm like, she's like sitting on like the, I don't know, guardrail or whatever those are called.
Yeah.
And so we're like facing each other, and I'm banging her, and I like notice at one point like something stopped. I was like paying attention to her, but I'm like something stopped, and I look, and there's just a dude like just watching. And I'm like, I'm banging her. I'm like, yo, someone's watching us right now. And she was like into it. I'm like, no, this dude's like a lunatic. Like, I was like, this isn't like, I'm like, I ain't cool with this. So we like stop or whatever. And then he kept moving. And then we finished up. You know what I mean? We finished up. But yeah.
I would have thought you would have done the from behind.
We did that. Well, yeah.
You
But
did
I was just saying at the specific time when I saw the dude and she didn't. And he was like, and then he walked by, and he walked to then the point where it would be so she would see him. But like when he was just like eyes, like he wanted to watch us. Fight.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude. I
thought I was gonna
That's
like
a fun girl. I
Yeah,
have
she was
like a
cool.
little.
She was a
I
good
like
person.
the public thing. I've only ever done a movie theater,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
but it was like an empty movie theater.
Yeah.
But like, dude,
they got cameras. They got cameras in there though.
Do they?
Yeah.
This was like years ago.
Mm.
I feel like they didn't have.
Yeah.
I mean, they can shoot stuff, but yeah, dude, I've always kind of wanted to fuck someone on the subway, like in like an empty car.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like really, really bad. Like that can go really bad.
Yeah. If like someone sees you or something.
Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble. I feel like, I guess
Oh, yeah.
anywhere in public.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's just, well, I think a subway though, especially because it's like, you know,
It's like public transportation. It's like
well, I mean,
city-owned.
walking is still public too. I've done it. Yeah, as far as like public stuff, that was probably the most public.
That's like the most epic.
You think so?
Yeah. Other than that, if like you
It
were in
is
like
a
the
cool
top of a
place.
skyscraper or
Yeah,
something.
that actually should be next. I do want to make it better. But yeah, I've done it outside in like the woods and shit, and like I'm trying to think where else. Yeah, that's a mountain one time. That was
The
pretty
first
cool.
time I fingered an ass was in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a place. Sounds like it wasn't a nice woods either. It sounds like it was like the woods behind someone's house,
Poison
dude.
ivy.
Oh, yeah. Fucking beer bottles and shit everywhere. Oh, I'm thinking,
Dude, that was a crazy. I remember like the first time you put a finger in an ass, you're like, this is so weird.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
it's like,
is.
why does this keep going in? You
Yeah.
know? And then I took it out and it was like totally clean. I was
Mhm.
like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know? Have you fingered an ass before?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you eat ass? You seem like a guy.
I mean, I don't want to throw too much on camera. I mean, yeah, I'll fucking. I don't really. If
You just said
know,
you fuck someone on a bridge.
Yeah,
you're
you're
like,
right,
I don't
you're
know.
You're right. Yeah, I'll do literally. Yeah, anything to a hot girl, I'll do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't really mind.
Oh, Jakey boy.
Dying over here.
Yeah, this is well, we're like pretty close to the end here.
Is this his first time sleeping here?
This, yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
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 Why is the electricity out in his room?
That's a great question. I think it's just the light bulb. I
Yeah.
think it's just the bulb. But
Are you excited for Jake to move in here? You like
dude,
it just
I'm
having
so excited.
you don't like it just having you and MG right now?
No, I love it, but I feel like I can't give Michael the attention he needs.
What's that mean?
Like he's always like going. He's always like, dude, you got to watch this. You got to see. He's like so energetic.
Yeah.
And I'm like not like that. So it'll be nice. Me and Jake can both dissipate the energy. You have like a baby who woke up from a nap face.
What are we talking about? So wait, you're excited for me to like bear the brunt of Michael's boundless energy?
No, just split the responsibility of it.
Yeah. When he lived in my apartment for a while, and it was, I would definitely remember that
Yeah, he's just like a go guy,
for sure.
and I'm
I wish
not
I
like
had some
that.
of that.
Yeah, I know. I wish it.
Get some from him. You can
Yeah.
do it. You live with him now.
We should pretend we're.
Can you do chin ups on these pipes up here?
If you can jump up and grab them, then absolutely.
You
can
think
do
it'd be
whatever.
strong? You think those would be strong enough?
I've tried to grab them. They're very high. They're like that's like 11 feet high. maybe even more.
11?
Yeah.
The pipe?
Yeah. Because the ceiling is 12. So maybe it's like 10 and a half, 11. It's like,
high. Yeah, that is
up
high. That
there.
probably is higher than an
dude,
NBA.
wouldn't it be sick if I got like a little basketball hoop and
Yeah,
put
you
some
should.
like lines down on the ground?
Yeah,
Play
just get
some
something
games?
like small, one of those ones like you almost like hang on a door or something.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
nail it. I want to get a dartboard. I was playing dots the other
Put it
night.
right over the
Dude.
stove.
I forgot how
Throw
fun
sand
playing
bags.
dots is.
Dart's fun.
I'm like I should get a board for my house.
You should.
I used to have one in my house back home. It's still there. I would play every night. When I just talk on the phone with people, I just throw. Played the other night, dude. It was me, some girl, and these two broads. I was fucking first time throwing in a while. I was talking mad
Like how
shit to these
There's
bitches.
a difference between some girl and two broads. It's not just three broads.
Well, no, because it was teams. It was me. It was. I mean, if you want me to say me and some broad versus two other broads,
Because she was on your team. She's
yeah,
like,
it's just I gotta classify. Well, you don't say two girls; you would say two broads. You know, it's what like a group of them's called. You know, it's like a
flock of broads.
yeah, flock of broads,
Broads abroad.
pack of broads, group of broads, couple of broads.
Or
But
just abroad.
girl was talking mad shit. She threw a bullseye like mad early. I ended up throwing like 6 bullseyes in the game. So many it didn't even count. It was fucking.
Because you had to close. You
I already closed it out. I was like,
Yeah.
"Will you running your mouth?" And then like she's like, "Oh, you guys can't." You're talking shit or whatever. And I was like, having fun with it. And she talked shit like the first like I don't know 5 minutes. Fucking wrapped the game up in like 12. And I was like, I was fucking right. She didn't like it. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I got pretty good at darts. We used to play beer darts. I don't
What's
know if you
that?
ever played that. It's like we're two people on each side, and you're sitting in a chair. So it's like you're sitting in a chair and you're facing 2 people in a chair, and there's a beer sitting. It's like you go outside and you have like a can of beer sitting between you on both sides, and you take turns throwing darts at the beer. And if it hits it, it just starts spraying everywhere, and then they have to shotgun it like out of the hole that it hits it.
So what do you do? Sit next to it or something?
Yeah, you have to sit next to it while they throw a dart at yours, and then like
Anyone ever get hit by a dot?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
gonna say,
I got
that-
hit right in the leg, and it was just sticking out
Yeah,
of my
yeah.
leg. I was like, but you're hammered, so you just
Yeah.
like pouring beer on
My
it.
buddy threw one at my back one time. As I was fucking around, my buddy fucking threw one at my back. I felt like a little like pinch almost.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And then when I turned, I was like right at a wall, and it knocked the dot off. Everyone was laughing. I was like, did you just fucking throw a dot at me, you fucking cunt? And he's like, yeah. I was like, but it didn't. Maybe I was shit faced. I thought it would hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
But it like went in my skin and turned to the point where I hit something.
Yeah, dude. They're like pretty good. They don't like hurt too much.
But I think it's just
Yeah,
such a
I don't know.
small prick.
Depends on like where you get hit.
Yeah. I'm sure the back,
Get
like
hit
the
right
back,
in,
like
in the spine.
yeah. Then
between-
you'll get paralyzed.
yeah, you're paralyzed from the neck down.
Some dickhead who drank 16 millilights threw a dot at you. How'd you get
Bullseye.
paralyzed? My buddy Chris fucking drank a case of Miller Lite, dude, and hucked a fucking dot at me.
Across the room.
Yeah.
We used to do it where like after you were done throwing, you would just take the darts and just throw them at their feet. So like they would just like
That's
right
just
in
a
front of
scumbag
Yeah.
thing to do.
And like they were like one of my friends got it just went right through his shoe and into his foot. And he was like, "Fuck!" Because like your foot is like all tendons and stuff. But yeah, you just pick them up. You're like, "Here you go, bitch."
That shit hurt.
We're at the end, boys. What do you got to promote, Jake? Good sleep.
Get some good sleep.
You sleeping here tonight?
No, I gotta work in the morning.
Has anyone ever slept on this mattress?
I sleep on this.
Yeah, this is bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I move it from my room out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it hard to move or no?
Nah, it's easy.
Do you have it on like a stand, or is it on the floor in your room?
No, I have a frame in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I want to get.
Oh, so
a
this
race
doesn't
car
stay
frame.
here? This thing?
No, all this comes down.
Oh,
It doesn't
really?
take long. It takes like half an hour to clean
Yeah.
everything up.
Jake's done.
See you later, Jake Timothy. Everybody.
Yeah. Ryan O'Toole podcast.
Hell yeah.
Follow me at It's Ryan O'Toole. Every Tuesday I'm on Amazon. Follow me on Instagram at @It's Ryan O'Toole. All my fucking shit's on there.
Good night.